Okay, so this Etude number 41 is the hardest in this whole series. It really forces you to have a reed that sits up to pitch. So test your tenor F, your tenor E flat. Can you tongue 16th notes at 112 repeatedly in tune with a chord tuner without the notes splitting or spreading or hesitating and not speaking? That's a good test of your reed of whether or not it sits up in the tenor register. My reed does this okay, not great. You should have a better one. Make one that does that. That's the first step. Second off, read the comments that you were given with these etudes. They're really good. Whoever wrote those comments is a great teacher, and you should start with that. The comment about thinking of it in one is perfect, and all of those things were really helpful. So start there. For me, the next thing is going to be the rhythmic and technical ease of this measure 5, 6, 7. When you play G flats, are you tense? Are your fingers clenched? Are your fingers really far from the keys, outstretched with tension? Or is it easy? Is it as easy as a C major scale? When you've made it that easy, this measure will be reliable in terms of both technique and the rhythm. Okay, so keeping these dotted rhythms very crisp, very late, almost like a grace note, is critical. You don't want triplets. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Okay, so that's all in the technique. That's all in going in, making it easy enough, making it crisp enough. A few other comments here. This was the measure with the errata, where they wanted you to crescendo to the F the same way it was printed down here. That's fine. I would personally prefer to emphasize the first beat and diminuendo, but you got to do what they've given you. So I just try to tenuto this note and then do a little crescendo to show what they've given as their preferred way. In this slower section down here at the bottom, I take it a little slower. It's not really a slower section, but I've made it a slower section just to make it more expressive, just to make it's a different mood, it's a different world. Weissenborn loves this sort of changing the channel on the TV, and you have a whole new television show before you. So that's how I see this. I mean, he gives you things like this double bar, key change. There are things indicating break here. So I take it a little slower. I find it makes it a little lighter, a little more, just a different mood. Experiment with that. And then when you go back to the con fuoco on the DC, that really gives you, the faster tempo again, gives you a nice contrast. So good luck. This is the hardest of all the etudes, but you can do it. Find a good reed that sits up and work on your technique. Get rid of all the tension, and you'll have this thing down, no problem.